Well, greetings, programs. Pyrrh Pianissimo here, and welcome to Vintage Story on the Rusty Gears server. As you can see, someone has been playing around with Mount Dodo. Of course, what they did, they took a lot more time chiseling something very cool. They gave him a little nose. Let's take a close-up look at this. It's kind of nice. They used a log and used the growth rings of the log, and yeah, and then it looks like it might be chalk on the outside. Really cool, actually. It makes my little eyeball look really cheesy. I just kind of threw it up there. But oh, and I came up to look at it, and there was a fox up here. I wish I could have filmed it because I just barely logged on and looked at it. There was a fox up there, and I scared him off, and he went wee and like totally fell down. Hey, we got drifters here. What are you doing? Leave the poor bird alone. Anyway, poor little fox. R.I.P. Sorry, dude. So, hi, Abraxas and Allie. Nice to see you. I feel very bad that my planning for the stream went totally awry. I got to figure out better ways on putting the schedule up and maybe changing it when I'm not sure what's going on. We have Candy is here. I think I can increase my flight speed. Yeah, okay. Candy is here and working on her kitchen. Oh my gosh, let's turn the flight speed off or turn the angel belt off. Oh, she might be playing with the chickens. There she is. Yeah, I haven't seen really a close-up of the new coop. I have to tell her just a second. Yeah, that looks really nice. Wow. That's neat. They're all sleeping. Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, really cute. Really cute. This is amazing. Make a little grid out of conglomerate. Yeah, really cool. Now I just need to fix this up so it looks better. Yeah, Sid does nice work. Sid does really nice work. All right. So the plan is that we work on the chapel a bit more. Yeah, I think I'm the one that moved the quern up there because I needed the room on the shelf. All right. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting we want to do the gears, too. I wonder... That is... smooth granite and an acacia plank. And I don't remember. I think I've... malachite clay. I think I've got some in there. All right. Sorry, kiddos just came home from their church activity. Let's see. I was exhausted today. That's why my stream was so late. I was on the road from early this morning. Let's see. There's the button. And yeah, it was always, I'd come home and then go right back out again. And man, I came home at about 6:30 and fell asleep. So a little bit late. Hello, Sage. Okay.
I rescued him from downstairs.
Aw, rescued. All right, let's get a little bit of granite.
As if he doesn't like it down there.
Yeah, let's get a little bit of granite and fix that up. And No, I don't need the corn crafty. But thank you. Anyway, let's fix up the pathway there. What do we got? We should still have a stash of blocks. Oh, skulls. Now let's save that for like a basement somewhere. We want a couple pieces of gravel. There's some bricks. I thought it was clean. Yeah, let me know if it's not. All right, and a couple of these, and a couple of these. And do we have regular cobble yet? No, we don't have regular cobble. You have something tweeting in my ear. A little bonus baby Italian. We have a brooder full of brown birds, of jumbo pharaohs, and then one little Italian. The egg must have snuck in there because my rollout pens. Oh, where's my chisel? My rollout for the eggs. They can mix in the middle. And usually I go out and they'll usually roll straight down, and then I kind of shift them to either side so I know whose is whose. And well, someone must have snuck in there. And of course I had to do that with my shovel. There we go. All right. Oh, I probably should grab those granite blocks too. Ouch. Tiredness hit me today as well. It's something in the air. Oh my gosh. Speaking of air, Allie, we woke up this morning and my husband came home. The poet works nights. And he said from town all the way to our house, he said he thought it was fog at first. It was just thick with smoke. And I thought, oh, great. What's on fire? I know the Texas wildfires certainly couldn't have sent smoke over here this morning. So I looked online, and sure enough, they did a controlled burn of 900 acres of our forest, which we live right next to. And literally right across the street from, actually. We used to live right next to it. Now we live right across the street. And it was just so thick with smoke, which was a problem because normally we have library. We go to the library Thursdays for homeschool stuff and things. Let's grab a few pieces of sand. This is going to be really fancy, using all sorts of things. We have cracked granite.
It was their staff development day, so they were closed.
Staff development day. So our activity couldn't be there. We had to go outside to the park. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's in town, and that's going to be really bad. But it turned out it was really nice. It was beautiful out. Well, thank goodness it was windy, because if it hadn't have been, that's not enough granite blocks. Well, you know what? We'll just use what we have, because I'll need my chisel set in order to get some more granite. But thank goodness it cleared up. By the time that we left our house a little bit later, it wasn't too bad. And then up in town, it was fine. So that was nice. It cleared up. Let's do we want to walk on this all the time? All right, let's get the sand down.
I went outside when I let the chickens out this morning. I could smell it.
Oh, it was very, very thick this morning. There was no way that you would want to be outside. It was, yeah. I was like, there's no way that we're going to hang out and do a whole homeschool activity. It was neat, though. I was not going to hang out and do the homeschool activity with all of that. It said it was neat, though, because I better not put too many in that line. They learned about product creation and development and marketing. And it was kind of cool.
Yes, my team decided we're going to sell
coffee. I know.
Coffee
coffee and guns. I thought, you know. All right, let's careful about what we talk about on stream. We don't want to get in trouble. All right. Why did I leave this? I think I was going to use bricks or something here. Probably want to use like the polished. Let's use some polished stuff there. And something else. Hey, there's a chicken down there. There's a chicken on the roof of the... I don't remember what that is now. I think it's leather and dye making over there. Okay, is that the only other cracked? Let's do some... That's regular rock. Oh, that's not the regular rock. There's the regular rock. Want to use the sand. Where'd the sand go? Yeah, you can see my expert texturing here. Woohoo! All right. Don't have anything in this line, do we? Yep, I need regular granite, I think, to finish this up. That's enough for over there. Let's do that. Get rid of the things in our inventory anyway. Oh, hey, I have a block here that didn't get used. Both of those are going that direction. Let's do that. And that'll look better when I fill it out. With regular rocks. Next time we head back to the community center, we'll get the rest of this. Okay, now then. Someone left the door open. Hi, Julian. You are once again alive. Yeah, I feel that way. I feel that way too today. Apparently it's been a day for everybody being pretty tired. Okay. You know what? I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell my roosters. It'll be dinner if you keep it up. Where'd you go? Eat. You must not be one of our roosters. That's fine. Go that way. Ouch. Okay, I get hurt and you... Well, I guess you have wings. You can float. My son was worried about tossing our chicken over the fence or something. It's like, well, you know, they hurt themselves. It's not like Minecraft where they're float down. It's like, no, Ben, it's exactly like Minecraft. In fact, better than Minecraft. They have wings and they'll pretty much float down. And she did. So as long as you don't, you know, slam them on the ground, they'll float. Sort of. Sort of, except our frizzles. They don't have any wing feathers really to... Well, the feathers themselves are basically corrupt. They won't hold. It won't give them any lift, as they're genetically like broken.
They're curly.
Mm.
Yeah, they're curled.
Yeah, they're curled.
Frizzle chicken is basically curly-haired chicken.
Well, they've got curly shafts. When you end up with silkies, then it's like the shafts are completely missing. They just have. Just like, yeah, it's like the long feather part without the stiff shaft on it. So they're like curly-haired chickens. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would be more like a long hair. They actually feel like they have fur. Okay. All chickens are put to bed. Yes. Well, they need more space. They're stressed because I got too many roos, because it's long been freezer camp for those guys, and I just haven't been able to get to it. Julian lives on a big chicken farm. It's so funny how chickens work. They just kind of exist, and they can attempt flight, but they just don't. Yeah, you know, especially if you use the fast growth principles. Okay, so we have heritage birds, so we don't keep the ones that that grow too big. Yeah, you grow up meat chickens. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't keep silkies either. They're a little too silly for me. I've got basically a combination of heritage breeds. Usually dual-purpose chickens. I've got, well, mainly salmon Faverolles, black copper Moran, and crested cream leg bar.
I love it. I think Jake still has one around her charger.
Okay. Well, actually, we only have a couple of leg bar hens. I'm thinking roos. Oh, and the other breeds, the third breed that I have are American breasts. So basically, all French breeds. Even the American breasts are just called American breasts because they weren't born in France. But is that a wolf? No. So I keep them. Those are my basically meat chickens, but they're all. They're not, you know, like Cornish cross or anything fast growing. So the breasts do like to fly. They will once in a while. Well, I have a couple of the breast hens that like to hang out in my front yard. They'll fly over my fence and then they can't figure out how to get back. Once in a while they'll get back at night if they end up staying out. They'll roost in the trees in the forest behind us or on top of the coop, which that can't be safe. And we have one silver spangled Hamburg, and she was a packing peanut. She was one of the bonus chicks that we got in a hatchery order. I need planks. So she's not really a useful chicken. I guess that breed was bred to be show chickens, but of course we kept her. There we go. What else do I need? So we kept her, and she flies. She's a smaller breed too. Our cochins, we have bantam cochins, just a couple. I mean, I'm not really into any decorative birds. They got to be, they got to pull their weight. But those little cochins, not only are they very cute, but they are pretty good layers. The legs are a little smaller, so those are the ones that we keep for ourselves as I sell eggs. And I think they're better for if you want a chicken pickled egg rather than a quail pickled egg. So basically, I could do small, medium, and large pickled eggs. Packing peanut. Well, do you remember why? Because do they even still make them anymore? Little foam pellets that go to cushion packages. They were called packing peanuts. I don't know if they still do that anymore, but so yeah, that's what we called her. So we called her Peanut. Let's see. I love my chickens. They're very silly. I didn't think I would enjoy them so much, and the quail, which are also quite silly and rather stupid. Chickens are smarter than I expected to. We've got turkeys coming this year, so that'll be new. That'll be new. Okay, let's see. We've got these two, and I think we just want to go straight now. Is that lining up? Oh man, you know what? At this point, I don't even care that the planks aren't lining up. I can come back with a chisel if I need to. I don't think we're going to be able to see underneath here. Okay, I got to turn the flight speed down. All right. Oop, come on. No gooses. I do not keep geese. I will not keep geese. I mean, I think my roosters are mean enough. Don't want ducks. Oh, actually, I take that back. I would really like a couple of ducks, but I don't know if I'll go that far. I'd like some ducks because that would add like a gray and a black or a blackish egg. I think that would be really cool. But no, I don't think we're going to do ducks. Let's do this. Come on. We can do it. All right. Did I get that side already? I did. Okay. And a little bit more on the top. Do I have any granite? Man, I missed my magnet from Minecraft. Let's take these out. And build the... Okay, speed down to 1. I just can't do this. Alright. Yeah, definitely missed my magnet from Minecraft. Whoa! Somebody left me a present. Look at all of that. I want to say that was... I think Sid said he left me something. Oh, right. It was Sid, because I asked if it was something like what Andy left me, the little face. Canadian geese always end up behind the chicken houses and the cow pastures. They're loud. It's both funny and annoying. Yes, that's another reason why I don't want geese. They're way too loud. I don't like the way they sound. I do a little andesite. Aw, oh, very sweet. I wonder if it says anything else. I heard you needed a little andesite, so hopefully this lot will help. By the way, I don't see a dodo. I saw a vulture. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it could be a vulture. I still see it. Say it looks like a dodo. It looks like a praying dodo. Well, that's why we're building it a church. Church of the Dodo. I guess that's going to be a thing. Wow. Okay, this should be more than enough. Okay, thank you, Sid. We will send him lots and lots of thank yous. Wow. Okay, well, I guess we won't need to go... We'll have to mow down some mountain, but we won't have to go hunting any andesite because I've got enough walnut. And, gosh, that's more than enough because I actually wasn't too far behind on collecting all of the andesite I needed. Anyway, little sidetrack. There we go. Beep. We may leave that one because I think we're going to build the roof a little bit up here. Okay, drink of choice is still in the teapot because I got up late and just tried to just get this stream really started. We may take a health break up on the hour like we usually do, though. But no, the turkeys, never having kept turkeys before, I really like, from watching the videos and whatever, I really like the way they sound. I like the way, I mean, I have salmon Faverolles, and as far as chickens go, they love to chit chat, and I just like listening to them talk. But the turkeys, I mean, it's when they're little and when they get older, and just listening to them, the noises they make, I really, really like them. So we'll see Oh, goodness. That sounds like a raid. Crafty! Candy, thank you so much. Wow. Nice to see you. Yeah, sorry I didn't chat too much while I was on. I got started late and was a little bit flustered and trying to get everything going. The coop looks nice though. Sid does nice work. Definitely nice to see you and thank you. What's with the okay, from here it looks like band-aids. Is it supposed to be firework? That's cute. That's really cute. All right. All right. Yay. You should go over and check out my Discord, everyone. And link should be in the description. The home of Chicks in Skirts. Right? That's a thing now. You'll have to go and check it out to find out what we're talking about. Okay. It's coming along, I think. Ah, tree. Oh, no, mountain. That pillar is going to need to come out, maybe? No, it won't. Maybe. I don't know if we want to take this part out. I think I definitely want to take this little section out. But that'll have to come down. Kind of want to leave most of this the way it is. And just work this over just a little bit. And then figure out how we want to make this come down gently toward where the coop is here. But that's a thing. That's a task for another day. So anyway, welcome readers. This is going to be super chill. We're just making the roof here. Let's see. We want to start here. We want to take these out. Just making the roof and talking about chickens. Now, I did a little bit of adjusting on the Discord this morning and made sure that new members see what they're supposed to see and don't see what they're not supposed to see. And hopefully I've made it clear that what they're supposed to do in order to see what they're supposed to what they're supposed to see. I don't know. Yes, all of that and some more. We went 1, 2. And yeah, these are all twisted, but does everybody build their roof with their shingles all facing the same way? Yeah, I suppose they do, don't they? Okay. I built this a little backwards, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I wonder if I can probably just reach underneath it and because that was just straight across, right? I've got to make them even. So this is going to be what we do is we're just going to keep back and forth. Okay, yeah, it's just exactly the way. It's just stair-stepped up. Like this. Oh. Yeah, it looks awful. Let's see. Let's get some more horizontal slabs. You're loving the build. Thank you. Thank you. That's interesting. It doesn't even tell me who you are. It just says Raider from Crafty Candy. Is that normal? It seemed to me that I used to be able to see who you were. Needs to be even and matching. Yes. Yes, I agree. And I will come back and fix the directions of the planks. But now let's just get them down before I totally make it, you know, messed up and backwards and stuff. All right, we need some more big boards. Big planks. The big planks. Okay, give me... Ooh. I wonder if I have them already made up. I think I do. Gotta remember, it's not like Minecraft, and I can't just uncraft them in my crafting grid. I have to use a saw. So, oh, Where is... There it is. Andesite, andesite, walnut planks. Yeah, plenty. Got all the walnut we needed. Came from Crafty's raid. Yes. Yeah. So it's still vintage story. Let me out. I gotta turn the angel belt off. I probably should muffle that so it's not quite so loud. It's like wham. Turning an angel belt on should not sound so obnoxious. Yeah, we'll take a chisel and we'll face all the planks the right way once we get the roof built. Okay, let's do the pink, 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 and we'll just stair step this up, I think, right? Oops, not like that. Ah, no! And there. You know I'm going to go down and get my plank. And stair step this up as well. This will be covered up. Make sure that that's the way we want it with the stair there. All right. I'm pretty sure that's good. I saw a really detailed banner somewhere earlier. That was pretty. Yeah, that's over in front of Sid's place. Look at this. He does beautiful work. It's a castle. Hansa banner. You know, speaking of creative work, well, this is Candy's stream. Of course, you'll see Candy's things. I haven't been over here to take a peek. Let's sneak in and look at Candy's place. I don't know if it's supposed to be officially open yet, but let me in. I love the bamboo as flooring. I think that's really, really cool. This is so pretty. All right. And let's take a quick look at Gran's place. I don't know if she's done anything on it yet. I love this. Look at this. The display window. It's amazing. I don't know if she's done anything inside. I don't know if we should be looking inside. Spares from Sid. Oh, look at these beautiful displays with the doilies. Oh, man. Okay. It's enough spoiling other people's stuff, but not without permission anyway. Sorry. I love the dock. I'm really, really proud of it. And no one's wall. And yeah, Sid has done, I think, most of this work. I think Odd Ape touched up a little bit. This is a homemade cart with the burping panda. Oh, man. I'm glad he's not right above. Well, actually, I take that back. He's been moved over a little, I think, so he's not quite so loud. I haven't heard him, but then at the end, I don't remember if I muffled all of the panda sounds or not. It was getting kind of disgusting. Oh, I don't know what they're feeding him, but getting kind of gassy over there or something. Okay. Anyway, there we are. So, again, Discord is brand new. Needing to try to get a little bit of activity there. Well, even if it's not activity. If you don't just use Discord very much, just pop in there and become a member. And I don't like using tags for everyone or whatever. So you won't get spam from me. But gotta see the chicks in skirts, you know? Gotta see the chicks in skirts. Thank you very much. Face Implosion. That's really a tongue twister. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Okay. That little part of the roof is done. See, I'm a very slow builder. I take forever to gather the materials, and then I take forever to build. Although this was easy, because this was just all flat and the same thing over and over. This is a little more detailed. So I hate to do this right after a follow and a raid. It's a capital I. Face implosion. That's not such a tongue twister. All right.
Face implosion.
Yes, well, fonts are important. It seems like I have no serif fonts for everything.
I
So,
don't really get it. But what was the face implosion?
well, see where I thought it was an L, not a capital I. Capital I looking like an L in some fonts is a small pet peeve of mine. But that's another story. No, I totally agree with you. And if I can select to have serifs on my fonts, I do. But, and I'm looking even Facebook. From my chats that I'm looking at, Facebook. These are directly from the platforms. Facebook, Twitter. I can't see Twitter from here. YouTube and Twitch, all sans serif. Discord. Yeah, I don't have my bot stuff set up. Sorry. It'll have to be in the description of, or does the, oh shoot, if they don't publish descriptions. Tell you what, I'm going to take a quick break, quick health break, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, get some tea to soothe my throat, and I will post the Discord link in the chat.
And I'll go get some chapstick.
Okay. Thank you, Corbinite. All right, I will be back in a few minutes. My timer wrong, black screen. So much trying to get that link. I didn't have it where I could copy it on the, my husband still has a broken monitor, so I can't see on it. That's the one I use for all of the chats. I can't see on it to grab anything from Discord. So, yeah. So, face implosion, good idea. So, tea of choice right now is lemon and ginger. I'm going to have to run get it though. Just a minute.
Set this on the coaster.
Carefully, because it doesn't have a lid on it either. That has nothing in it.
There's just honey.
Yes, I know. Okay, really sorry about that. Boy, talk about a comedy of errors. That's great.
Comedy of errors?
Yes, I just got everything that's going wrong and haywire this stream. All right. So, yeah, honey and ginger. Or honey and lemon and ginger. Will be the tea for now. I was thinking of some chamomile, but...
For some reason, the honey looks red in the lighting.
Okay. All right. So what next? I think we're going to start building up the next part of the roof. It needs to steep a little bit, and then I will let you try some. Okay, so what should we work on next? Yeah. This part of the roof is going to be one of those stair stepper thingy-mabobs. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should I try this? No, that should work. This is going to be... Yeah, you see my non-expert building mode. Come on.
It's up.
All right. Yeah, we're just trying to make a little... That would go upside down. And then we want this one... And then one little sticky outy. There we go. Okay. Now if we repeat that... Yeah, this is time to get dizzy. Oh my goodness. You know, a lot of people don't like how I use a closer vantage view distance, or not view distance. Oh, okay. Sushi. Hey. Candy, if you're still in the chat, I ended up camping out with some sushi, and for a couple of times now, there's something wrong with the mod that allows us to keep the food on us. I have sushi that's good for like 130 days now. I put it in my cellar and it's good for over a year. Hopefully it won't decay when I pull it out. I guess we'll see. I know if you combine it, if you try to combine the stack with something else, it'll decay. Had some berries that did that, and I had that problem with it. But I think if I leave it separate, it'll still work. And this would be backwards like this. And like this. Oh, come on. Hum-de-hum-de-hum. All right, as my mother-in-law would say, little dog houses. The sushi just turns to dust when you pull it out. Really? Seems to me that I had some berries that did that, and it was fine. But we'll see. Because it was fine until I combined it with another stack, but yeah. I should have just kept it on me, huh? All right. Lesson learned. We may check that out next time we go back home. At least it's not midwinter now, and I'm not freezing while I'm building up here. All right. Little dormers. Let's go over here. Did I get the... I got the top part of the roof right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, let's do this first. I'm just here to spread sushi misinformation. It could turn to dust. It really could. But if I remember right, what did I do here? It didn't turn to dust until I actually tried to pull it out, so. Let's do upside down here. Did we do the whole thing all the way across? Oh. Let's go get more stairs first. I'm backwards. Usually I do the left side first. Oh, there we go. Whoop. We will definitely check it out next time we have to go get supplies. Back home. I can tell someone's been in my house too because they left the back door open. I don't think it was me. I'll usually leave the front door open when I'm home, when I'm online. Not like I care. I mean, the place is to be looked at. Not like I have anything too fancy. Took a very small sip, but it's very tasty. I got some local honey because, of course, that's better for allergies and stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, and now upside down there, right? And then face up here. Epic building music. It's not quite epic yet. It's going to look really nice though, even without any extra chiseling, which I may or may not do. I still want to hire out some stained glass windows. Let's see who wants to do it. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can manage to take a sip of tea without burning myself. Be best if we weren't looking in the middle of this. Okay, I'm not left-handed. Apparently, I can't move my mouse. And I just spilled tea all over the floor. Yay! Okay. Let's connect the two, I think, if we want to. Come out front. Yeah. Well, not connecting, but doing the facade here. I don't know, would you call that the facade? That's just basically the front. It's not like fake, but the front facing section. Oh, sorry. Being silent. It's like, building is hard work. I've never done building like this on a stream before. You want to go all the way up to the edge. Oh my gosh, I've got honey all over my fingers too. This is not going to be good for my keyboard. And, ooh, that was right in my face. Okay. That looks pretty good. And we'll just bring this out. We just came out too. Correct? Did I not get that pillar right? No, I got that right. All right. Do a little stair step in here. Let's make sure we get them on straight. All right. Sounds like it's raining. I wonder if I should turn... I don't know. If it bothers you, let me know. I obviously have the weather particles turned off. A little sensitive to a lot of the severe motion. And it just doesn't make for good video. Whoops. Don't mind it every once in a while, but... Not in my face, but still upside down. Whee! Whoop. Okay, we're gonna keep banging into that tree. Starting to look like something. Second story in here. Yeah, I love rain too. It seems like family's always complaining when it's raining, but you know, I like it. I waters the garden so you don't have to. Cleans the air. I'm not, you know, a fan of when it's windy. When it's windy by itself or it's windy and rainy, I don't like wind. But just a little hint of rain, or right before it rains, or right after it rains. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so... Oh, no, we don't want it upside down. Hey. Hey! Hey! Get back here. Determined to be a naughty boy. There we go. Now we want this right side up. Like that. Right side up, maybe? Or do we want that to... We might have to chisel that. Okay. Oops. I'm used to using B for my backpack. But it's not B for backpack, it's I for inventory. Yes, we're back on Vintage Story, not Minecraft. Actually, even vanilla or regular Minecraft I usually use. Out of material. Oh, I should have used a plank. Fine. Just get rid of you. Give me, please, thank you. That. Take a bite out of you. I think we want to do that and do the same thing. Makes beautiful background noise too. Helps me sleep too. Yes. AKA screaming help. I feel like that sometimes. Julian knows nothing. He is but a mere grub. He lives in dirt. Does he? I guess dirt people know nothing of sushi. Did that chiseled piece end up... Let's use this. Get it out of our inventory. There we go, because I know it's facing the right direction there. Welcome to the stream. Screaming help. I would hope so. I'd hope so, otherwise I'd have to have a talking to him. Alright. Be nice to my chatters. Nice to my community. Alright. So one of my rules... Be kind, don't be a jerk. Alright. But, you know, making fun of your friends, that's totally acceptable. Alright. Why am I stuck here? Let me go. Oops, out of stairs. Where are they? Wow, we used a lot of that stack of stairs, did we not? Take a bite out of you guys. And gotta use a plank here. Right? So we can do that. Alright. Repeat C on the other side, Z. Hmm. I didn't take those extra. Right. Okay, I forgot to do that over here. Oh man, I missed my magnet. I'm gonna have to go down here and get these all manually. Just takes so much extra time. Is there a mod in Vintage Story that gives you a magnet? Anybody know? This was when I got kind of tired during the last stream. And I didn't quite make that match. We didn't... Yeah, we got these parts up. Okay. Alright. Let's get these guys back here. Oh, we're back to epic music. Come on. I'll have my day, just you wait. Don't worry about screaming help. He is a cabbage. He's completely incapable of harm. I love cabbage, though. I can't say that I love grubs, but my birds love grubs. In fact, I tossed 2 big cabbages out there the other day and figured they would just play football with them. No, although they did totally devour them. It didn't take too long either. They had very quickly taken hunks out of them, so they weren't going to roll anywhere. And then there was no evidence of there ever being cabbage in existence. Yeah. We're having leftovers tomorrow as I've got a busy day again. I just can't win right now. It's been such a week. What do I have going on tomorrow? Something. Now I don't remember. I have to leave home again tomorrow for some reason, but I have to clean quail cages. So we're having leftovers for dinner because I have a feeling I'm going to be working really, really hard tomorrow. I've got my day job is I have a planner sticker business, and I have subscription boxes that are due out. I have to get them out early because our mail hub in Atlanta, they had 4 and they decided to consolidate them. Actually, I don't know. They built a new one, closed down 3 and moved everything to the one. Well, that was a brilliant idea. Now everything is so backed up. We have anybody that ordered chicks or live birds over the last 2 weeks, they're all dead. They're all dead. Nobody took the time to make sure that those emergency shipments were out. Especially, live animals. You'd think that they would know better, but no. So it's you can imagine that's not the only thing held up too. So all right, let's bring these back. So I'm trying to get my subscriptions out as early as possible. I think I'm gonna need to use a slab here. So that means just a really busy work day tomorrow. But it should be where I can at least take a nap if I need to. So streaming should happen as normal. I want to start on epigenetics in my modded Minecraft series. So we'll be doing lots and lots of bees. I think he will not have his day. At best, he will get 2 seconds. I think it's funny that I recommended Vintage Story to Screaming Help. Ran into your streams. And now introduced him to this. Yes, craziness interrupted with bouts of boring. Yeah. No, it's funny because I play hardcore, permadeath games. So just kind of chilling, relaxing, and building is a little bit different for me. Hey, we're about to test your sushi theory, though. Because I'm about out of stairs. So, yeah, streaming... I like making videos. Okay, I like editing videos a lot. I like telling a story through the videos, but streaming is a totally different animal. All right, you're concentrating on, you know, when you're speaking, it's like almost all stream of consciousness. I'm using like and a lot, which I don't normally do. Where's my... There we are. Planks, stairs, because I can't edit out the mind-numbing grindy bits, right? But not to say that I don't enjoy the grind. I like grindy games. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't think you would like Vintage Story if you didn't enjoy some form of grind. I like the realisticness of it. But yeah, normally I'm more high stakes, playing permadeath, and I like to do challenges and stuff. So we might get back into that. This is not my normal do, is a big build like this. I'll do little sections of it at a time. Like on my Icy World series, the goal was not to just survive through the winter, but thrive. And I'm working on a base. It's not quite this epic, but it's kind of cool, and it's shaping up really well. But I haven't had time. It's been so busy, and I thought, well, I need to get back into, you know, with my community, even if it's not making videos yet, which I will definitely return to. Oh, I forgot the sushi. Let's go check it out. Get busy in my own head, forget what I'm doing. Who could forget sushi? I mean, sushi is like amazing. I love sushi. So, it's a totally different animal. I've not done a lot of streaming, even in the past. I've done a little bit. Nope, not dust. But I know if I try to combine these, it will turn to dust. So I'm going to be very careful and put that back. Fresh for 2.5 years. That is some seriously, I don't know, Uber sushi. We're just going to call it Uber sushi. Hey, let's check and see if we've got visitors. Besides our permanent house guest, I haven't gotten the admins to get rid of Felipe here. The TeknoAxe mod malfunctioned, and he's now wearing out my couch springs. He needs to go. They need to actually remove his entity ID. Something bugged out with the TeknoAxe, and he's been permanently coded. Oh, I missed him. Oh my gosh, I missed him. Wow. I don't think anybody slept. Okay, there's one. What do you mean? Got anything to trade, Alphonse? You want a noble necklace, of which I might have some. I might have a low rough peridot too. Let's see. Where'd I put him? Okay, I do have a low rough peridot. Don't disappear. Because apparently all your buds, they came and spent the night and I didn't even see them. Thank you. Do you have anything we want? You have some black glass and some violet glass. I don't know if I need more violet glass. So let's pick up some more. It's not like we can't afford it. Well, you know what? We'll just load up on glass. We'll sell what we don't need. If we don't need red carpet, we need blue carpet. Okay, so yes, the TeknoAxe are all messed up because the traders, the other two traders, left their money in that one. All right. Let's see what kind of stash of glass we have over here. Very heavily salted sushi. Fermented sushi. Yeah, that would be a thing. Julian, I'm not sure about permadeath, but Screaming Help knows a lot about dying. I know I play with him a lot. Well, you know my motto, right? You've heard the end of my streams. Play hard, die often, and leave a good-looking corpse. So I'm definitely no stranger to dying. I'm good at avoiding it when needed. So, I mean, it's a lot of running and not fighting for permadeath. Although I do a fair share of fighting as well, but it's a lot of making safe spaces and taking advantage of what the game has to offer. I mean, I have no qualms about sleeping over with traders and using their inventories and stuff like that. I have no problem with that. That's in the vanilla game, and I don't think it's cheaty at all. So, and then I'm very careful. I'll use ranged weapons when I'm fighting and stuff like that. But I play a malefactor too, so they tend to be a little more squishy. But yeah, there's a term I haven't used for a while. So that's, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I enjoy the challenge. But what I was thinking, let me take a sip of tea first. Once we get the chapel built, that's for Vintage Story. Once we get done with Genesis, which we won't be too terribly long in completing, I'm betting in another week we'll be working on the end game for the Minecraft FTB Genesis mod pack. I thought I would start some of my old challenges that I was playing in Minecraft. I don't know if I want to start a new mod pack or redo one of my old ones. Just excuse me just a minute. The best game. Okay, I missed the best motto I've heard in a while. Yeah, it's from. Oh no. Okay, I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to remember. The original was "Play hard, die young, leave a good-looking corpse." But you know, gamer. It's like play hard, die often. That's been my motto. Golly, before I met my husband. When I first created Pyrrh, I think when I first created Pyrrh was when I first played EverQuest back in 1996. Wow. Okay, I'll have to dig up some pictures of Pyrrh from EverQuest. Pyrrh is supposed to be a snow leopard, actually. But she's had many iterations depending on what the game allows you. No, my original handle was Lady Savitri. Way back when we had MUDs and not the MUDs were the multi-user dungeons, and it wasn't visual like this. You basically just had the text, and that was it. That was it. All right, what are we going to do next? We brought that over. Let's go back to this side. I'm used to working on the left side first. I'm wondering... You know, I just put that away. Do I have polished andesite? Yeah. Oh, speaking of polished andesite, I know we're going back and forth, but this is... Yeah, this is why I don't do big builds. I usually... when I'm doing big builds, I'll do time lapses. You know, I don't have to try to be entertaining and while I'm being boring. I don't know. There we go. But I figure, yeah, games, if I don't have to worry about death, I don't mind throwing myself at a boss over and over again. I'll just keep going back. Sometimes I have to make new equipment. That's all right. I just keep going back. I don't care. I don't care. Let's do this one too. We'll set all three up to make kind of a stone, I don't know what you would call it. Not a buttress, but just a little bit of stone interspersed in between the walnut. So we'll do... Yeah, I don't plan on switching over to Genesis today. I think I'm taxed enough as it is. Want to be fresh, and I'll get through the bees on Minecraft all in one night. We are gonna just see how far we can get on the chapel before my mind turns to mush. My brain, anyway. I don't know. Is my brain independent from my mind? There's an existential question for you to think about. Some other things I'm thinking about too, kind of go with my day job, is, ooh, I wonder if these are upright. No. All right. As I said, I do planner stickers, but I also have taught planning and productivity. And, you know, I did that wrong. I want these kind of like upside down stairs. And starting in 2020, before the bottom fell out of the world, I did it again. I was doing a challenge chat, and I would do that every week. Some videos that I made on YouTube. We went for a good, 6 weeks before, like I said, the bottom fell out and things went to crap. Hindsight's 2020, right? That was like my big 2020 vision, right? For such a great thing for the planning and productivity world, is talking about 2020 vision in 2020 and having all these lofty goals, and then kablam, the world just blows up in your face. And that was a time. And I don't know if I should continue to do that on a different streaming channel, or maybe we could just do like a weekly meeting in the morning, you know, not really gaming, just like just chatting in the morning. And for those that are interested in things like that, like goal setting and productivity and things like that. So that's one idea that I have. And the other one is some of these challenges that I've liked doing in Minecraft. I don't see a lot of people doing challenges in Vintage Story. So I thought it might be neat to start some challenges that way. I saw, you know, I mean, we've done Icy World as someone was doing that, and I'm thinking smaller challenges. Andy Days has done a couple really cool ones. And what he's doing, he did Scorched Earth, and I think he got a little overzealous with the settings. So that kind of, it didn't turn out all that great, but he could redo it, I think, with some advice from his community, and try it again. That would be neat. And then he's doing like an island survival now. That's kind of neat. And I was thinking, I've gotten a lot of challenges that I've done in Minecraft that would translate well over to Vintage Story. And they'd be like short term challenges, maybe like monthly challenges that other people could participate in, maybe not on the same world, but although that could be done too. But, you know, try the challenge and then post your results, or like a video once or twice a week for a month. You basically get 10 days and nights or 8 days and nights, depending on how long the month is, to complete the challenge or just survive the challenge, depending on what it is. I think that would be kind of fun. But, you know, all things that, I don't know, just more ideas, I think. Let's finish off this little piece now that we've got something to place that against. Hey, Allie, glad you're back. Yeah, I think that would be really neat. I don't want to make any promises of time because, gosh, it seems like every time I try to do something like that, then, you know, unhappiness ensues because I end up with something else, other crisis. And I don't want to complain either. I mean, my business is literally called Best Laid Plans because the life is I don't remember who said this, but life is what happens while you're busy making plans. And I am of a firm belief that life is about finding joy in the journey, because when you make plans and you're setting goals, I mean, what's the nature of a goal? When you achieve it, or when you get close to it, even sometimes you just don't get all the way there. When you get close to it, you reset and set your sights higher, right? Make a loftier goal, because you're always wanting to improve. So, and then the danger, I think, is, I think we can do this. Maybe this way. The danger is thinking, well, I'm not achieving anything because I never get there. Well, no. I mean, that's the point. You're always trying to improve. You set a bigger goal, a better one. So what you need to do is compare yourself to where you've been, really, how far you've come, not where you're going, because your goals are always shifting. And I try to teach people that. So the whole goal is to enjoy what you're doing, enjoy the process. Because, and I try to teach my kids this: if you don't enjoy the process of life and understanding that it never goes the way you plan, then you won't be happy. If you're not finding, because of the joy in the process, the joy in the journey, because that's, what life is about. One of our church leaders would always say, life is tough. Your stakes are usually tough. Most of your putts never sink, and most of the time life doesn't go your way. So once you learn to accept that and understand that life really isn't made up of highs all the time, that you'll enjoy life itself much more. Okay, I think what do I want to do here? So anyway, that's being on my soapbox there, but that's the kind of things that I teach and I talk about. And I thought it might be neat to restart the challenge chat, but see, and that's another thing, because I started gaming when I was very young. 1980, okay, 6th grade. Gary Gygax. If any of you, I'll see if you guys know who I'm talking about when I say the name Gary Gygax. He's, aside from Tolkien, started this whole fantasy gaming mess. Let's see. That's the back side. Yeah, let's put the stairs here. I don't know if I want them on the other side. Let's do that. Okay, so I don't see any responses. Gary Gygax, I may be too old for all of you, is the creator of Dungeons and Dragons. So back in 1980, I'm in 6th grade. And I'm a musician, so I was, basically piano, band, and all of that. But I got introduced to gaming by my brother, who's 8 years older. And at that point, I had a lot of trouble trying to figure out the difference. What was it? Wisdom and intelligence, and strength and stamina. Like, when you're young, and I was rather precocious, but fairly emotionally immature. And I couldn't really grasp the concept, but I did have fun playing it a little bit. And then, of course, things grew, especially as computer technology got better and better. Of course, my husband and I still play paper games. He's big into Warhammer 40K and all of that, and he's got his miniatures and things. So we have a group of friends that we'll play Dungeons and Dragons with, and Warhammer and all of that kind of thing. But, starting early on when the computer technology came out, and then you had Adventure, which was the original text adventure back on the PC. And then they had Zork, if any of you are familiar with Zork. My first experience of... I haven't heard the name Gygax in so long, yeah. My first experience of games, if I'm to believe my dad, was when I was a toddler and he played MK with me. And according to him, I once beat him. That's great. No, this was way before consoles and everything else. I had a couple of handheld games. I had one called Merlin, which is a tall red thing with 9 dots. Really big into the mathematical games. I also had like something called Data Man, and it was mainly math games, math puzzles and stuff. More like a glorified calculator with some quiz games built in. Man, I haven't thought of those things in a long time either. So I think we want to build up the middle sections the same way we did... Oh gosh, I'm so glad Sid gave me those, so I'm not worried about using up polished stone or anything. Alright, let me see how I want to start this, just like... I think if I just go here... No, because the step would go there. Oh, that was probably weird, because I will do that over. So anyway, enter... so we had MUDs, and then... Gosh, then the first MMORPGs came out. The visual ones. I'm trying to remember what that first one was. I didn't play it a lot. I had a boyfriend that did. Trying to remember, because I was still doing with the text thing. Didn't really like Windows. Wow, way back when. Windows 95. Was that the first one? It seemed like I was always, I don't know, I could never get it to work. But I guess it's the nature of the beast, right? Windows and stuff. Let's see. So let's see. Did MUDs, probably hung on to MUDs longer than most. Oops, more polished. So I started playing EverQuest in 1996, and I started, wow, this is way back before people really, before the Chinese, pardon me if you're Chinese, but the Chinese would make, in fact, I don't know if they still do, they make farms on games. They actually just have rooms of people that farm equipment and sell them, or whatever it is they do now. But way back in 96, I played EverQuest, and what I would tell people, that was my elevator pitch. What do you do for a living? I kill dragons and sell their treasure. I literally would play, because I was good at games. I mean, by then I'm in my 20s and late 20s, and I'm playing EverQuest, and I'm fairly good at it. And I would collect equipment. I would do quests for people. I sold a couple of items. I mean, I'd go camp something for, I don't know, I think that was probably the worst thing. I don't know if any of you played EverQuest. The flowing black silk sash was back when. That was the best belt you could have in the game. It gave the best haste available, so all of your fighters wanted it. And I sold it for $450. So every couple of days, I would get a flowing black silk sash, sell it between $400 and $450. I would take a couple of hours out of a day and get, there was a longer quest that I would do, and haste boots, I think, that made you go really fast. And those were, gosh, I remember selling them for $250 a pop. The best I ever did was someone actually commissioned it. It gave me a mana stone. It was something that they had taken out of the game. And I was really lucky that It's like, I'll sell that for you. Yeah. Yeah. And I sold it for $850. I think that was well, 850 was my cut. Okay. I think it sold for 1,000. So this is me in the late 90s playing a game for money. This was back before streaming ever existed. I mean, nobody really watched you play. Sometimes I would log people on and I would power level, but they would give me their account information and I would do it that way. So, yeah, because I had ways of just taking entire zones and this is all, I did it all legally. I mean, I didn't cheat in the games at all. And I would just kill entire zones and get people like 20 levels in a couple of hours. Warhammer, I love Warhammer 40k so much. To do this to make screaming help suffer. Excuse me. Poet, if he gets on and says hi, he's really big into Warhammer. I've never really, I enjoy watching, but I don't know. I think maybe it just misses the fantasy element for me. Maybe that's what I need, but I enjoy watching, and it's something that he can do with his friends without me. You know, and that's important, I think, too. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I think I just want to bring, I don't know how I want to do the middle here. I might change that. Let's just bring the wood across. This is going to take a ton of planks. So anyway, we're getting, this is a very long story and I'm not making it short because, you know, why? So, see, I think the first windows was a hole accidentally put on the side of a house and they said, this is handy. Wrong with it. Yeah. So anyway, I met Poet. I actually met my husband while we were playing EverQuest. The only time I ever spent money on something from a game. I don't spend money on games. I like doing it. I like playing them, you know. I bought an EverQuest character that was on a different server because I was thinking I was expanding my franchise, right? I mean, I was trying to scale up. So I bought a character. Well, actually, I take that back. I tried to buy a character, which is really interesting how this worked out. I tried to buy a character in like April 1999. And I didn't win the auction. I was like, well, it's a little too much for me. I'm not going to spend that much. I'm thinking about, you know, how much I need to return because I would have to level her up just a little bit before I did one of the main quests that I would do for selling, for making money, for making real life money. And I didn't win the auction. And I was like, well, okay. And I didn't buy another one. Another one didn't come up that really tickled my fancy, so to speak. Well, I'll be darned. This character, a couple levels later, apparently they didn't like playing an enchanter, which is what it was. Just a couple levels higher and back up on the auction. So he didn't want it anymore. And so I got the price I wanted. And she was on a different server that I had played on. And that was a couple months later. I think it was in July. And I have the specific places that I would go to get experience and level. And that's where I met Poet. He was playing a little gnome wizard at the time, and it was kind of cool. So we were killing tree ants. That's how we met, was killing tree ants in North Carolina, if any of you have ever played the original EverQuest. So about 6 months later, I ended up moving to Georgia, where he is, and where we live now, and happily married, 20 years this year on Valentine's Day. So, and 3 beautiful kids. But my kids, no, we've been together 24 years, married for 20, as we got together. Basically, it was the year 2000. Okay, so we got together late in the year 2000. didn't have kids till I was 38. And I tell people, there's one reason why I think maybe doing my productivity and challenge chats in the morning, like when everybody's maybe getting up, or well, reruns even too, just something short, maybe an hour of kind of, hey, how are you doing, and what's your motivation for today, and or the week. Maybe we just start out with just like once a week, and yeah, how's your progress? And sometimes you just need a little bit of accountability, even if it's just a tiny online community. Sometimes that's all you need. But looking back, I mean, what did I do? I wasted 10 to 15 years of my life just playing games. And I say that, obviously, not even tongue-in-cheek. Here I am streaming a game at night, but I also will stress, I have a real life. I work during the day with family. I homeschool 3 children. I take care of 2 mother-in-laws. I help with one. Oh, night, Julian. Yeah, definitely get sleep. That's very, very important. Thank you for your input. Thank you for hopping in. And thank you for bringing your friends, too. So anyway, that is the idea, that I don't want other people, because now more than ever, even worse than when I was younger, or older even, because I was 36 before I realized, hey, my life is just kind of going by. I haven't had children yet. There's still things that I want to do, and it doesn't involve all living in a fantasy game. I mean, what if I took my skills that I've done building an online business, online like in-game businesses, to make stuff that I could sell for real life coin. And then that's when all of the farmers, the overseas farmers, decided to kind of ruin that, and the prices came down because they were actually making minimum wage, farming all of this stuff and playing the games, and they kind of ruined all of that. I came in for stairs. What if I spent that time and used my skills that I've learned from playing online games and applied it to real life? And yeah, that's because I've always been a fan of Zig Ziglar, and being in entrepreneurship. Obviously, I mean, I had my own business because I was obviously selling in-game items for real life cash through an e-commerce type business back before it was really the thing. I sold on eBay and different auction sites built for that particular thing, until they decided that selling in-game items for real life money was intellectual property, and they didn't like not having their cut. So in addition to the overseas farmers that ruined that business, the gaming companies didn't like that either. But then what happened 5-6 years after that? They decided, oh, well, we could just sell those items ourselves. So instead of Pyrrh making $850 on a moonstone or a mana stone, why don't we have an online shop and sell money for real life money, in-game money for real life money? So here goes, and then this was before mobile, but then of course when they entered mobile, then you have all of the in-app purchases now, and it's amazing the companies that have grown with that. But back to the original point, I let at least 10 years of my life that I didn't really do much else but play games all day, even though I was making money. I played games for fun too. So, wow. Talk about your computer nerd. I sat there and played games and wasted pretty much 10 years of my life doing absolutely nothing to better myself or further my position in life or my spiritual well-being or any of that. So I think in order to maybe provide a reminder to the gaming community that yes, you can enjoy your video games and yet still not get lost in it and still have a life So that's why I was thinking maybe instead of having that in my separate videos and my separate streaming for my Best Laid Plans business, just to kind of incorporate it a little bit. I'm wondering, do I want to put planks under there? I wonder if would I put these too far up? No, because I'm going to put the little step decorations there. Yeah. All right. Let's put those little upside down steppy decorations up. I don't know how far up with that I want to go. Anyway, so if any of you are still with me, then that was just kind of one of my big ideas I'm knocking around as hopefully my real life does some things and behaves. Because, you know, I could use the accountability too. I'm not beyond needing a little bit of attaboy now and then. I know about the Chinese farming thing, not agriculturally, but it also included prisoners. Yeah, I don't know about that. But I wouldn't, let's just say I wouldn't doubt it. I've been rather naive about that until recently, because I did just that. Sorry about the phone noise. I did just that. I used my expertise in building a business online, in game, to physical products. And 2010, gosh, 10, is that amazing? 10 years ago, we didn't have such a bad relationship with China. I didn't buy anything from Shenzhen, but I don't know that the few counties there where the Uyghurs are. Let me turn this off. I usually do. So this has just been a crazy night. All right. But I had products because we weren't manufacturing things here in the States. I did the best I could to keep everything I could in the States. All right. And I had man, there's another saga, but we won't go into that. But I have products that I did the best I could to get them manufactured here, and I just couldn't because no one was doing it. I moved as much of my manufacturing as I could here. I still had a lot of raw materials that I had to have made in China, and I was okay with that at the time. There was really no problem with it, and I had some employees here. I paid good wages. Everybody else in my field was having everything done very cheaply in China, including they would never even see the product. It would go directly to Amazon or whatever. And I didn't like that. So over half of our manufacturing was here in the US, which also enabled me to mark manufactured in the USA. But I had full disclosure too. I put on there manufactured in the US with some of the parts from India and China. I would get my leather from India, and I would get my metal parts from China, and then most of my plastic parts were here in the US. I've got one product that I still sell now that now I'm not going to buy from China anymore, but I'm trying to figure out how to get the plastic parts manufactured here. They can't be 3D printed. They've got to be extruded. So I think I have an idea of, because I did some research when I first came out with the product of trying to source it here in the States. and it was partly successful. So I may go back, and I'm hoping that those kind of things haven't shut down. Because I'm running out of that particular product, and I hate to think I'm going to miss out on because I've missed out on Christmas before with this product, and I'd hate to do it again. But so no, I built some fairly good online businesses now, and I know I've got a lot to offer. I think as far as chats and planning, and even some business advice every once in a while. So, lots of things that we could talk about. I don't know. I don't know how far up I want to go. Go all the way back here and then stop there, because the tower will go backwards some. All right. So that's a lot about me. Wow. What else are you going to do when you're sitting here building as slowly as I do? You can tell that I'm not great with creative flight either. It's definitely useful for doing this, but what else are you going to do but vlog, right? But hopefully it's useful, because most of my community will be younger than me. I am old enough to be my oldest kid's grandmother. So, yeah, I don't want to see anybody else waste their life. My kids are not allowed to sit on their phone when they're in a community, like when they go to activities or at church or anything like that. And in fact, the only reason they have phones before they're 16, they had to get them at 12 because they would go to church activities and needed a way to communicate with me if they needed me. So, and we've banned TikTok in our house and on their electronics. They are totally banned from doing it. And like things. I get upset when they spend too much time on YouTube shorts, or, I mean, I don't mind a little bit, but you don't sit there and burn out all your dopamine receptors looking at 6 to 30 second videos over and over again. What's the real catcher is when my youngest, who's not old enough for a phone yet, actually, he's gonna need a phone too, which really scares me. Watching YouTube compilations of TikTok videos, which isn't much better. It's no better. So, you can watch like one of these, because I will equate it to watching a few YouTube shorts, but no, you were not to spend, hours upon hours.
20 minutes of all of them put together is the same as spending 20 minutes scrolling through them.
Well, it's the thing,
Except it's lazier because you don't actually have to scroll.
Right. But it's the same kind of thing with Instagram. You shouldn't be spending more than a little bit. I don't mind a little bit. I mean, I come from the beginnings of the online generation. I was working with computers as they were being built. I remember my mother working with computers that were like the size of a room. Okay, I'm that old. The size of a room. The whole computer. It's what they used. No, because they had punch card, or no, not punch cards. We would take tests. Oh, kitty, get out of the incubator. It's not warm. It's an incubator that's off. With little circles. Then you would choose in multiple choice. You would color in the A, B, C, D, E, or whatever. And this big machine, it was the size of a room. And one side, they had one little place where you would insert the sheet and it would scan it. So all of our standardized testing in the school district, she would do. And of course I got to see that computer, and that was really neat. And then when the Apple good old Steve Jobs in his garage or whatever, building the Apple computer. I was on that Apple computer really early on. So my parents were, it's funny because my parents are now late 70s. They were, their computer, I guess lots of...
Grandma's 80.
Did she turn 80 this year? 43.
Last year.
43.
She
Oh, she turned 80
year,
last
Mom.
year. Okay, so my dad is also 80.
Your
Yes.
parents are 80 years old.
I know. Okay, so but they're versed in computers because they were both working with computers where many of their age were not. Oh yeah, been working with computers for a long, long time, and I've watched the evolution and obviously the evolution of video games.
Oh yeah, I've got to watch that too.
But I've played, I played consoles. I played the NES when it first came out, the Atari. Oh my gosh, I never had an Atari of my own, which was really weird that I didn't have an Atari, but down the street they had an Atari. And then of course I had the computer. I had the Apple, and then I got a VIC-20, a Commodore VIC-20, and I would spend an hour, I would get home from school, I would spend an hour playing Pac-Man, or no, typing in, okay, this is how hardcore it was. Typing in the program to Pac-Man because I had no way of saving it. It was a little bit like Pac-Man. I mean, it was like a digital, green screen version. And I would spend an hour typing it in and play for a little while until the computer either had to be turned off or turned off on its own. So, and then I would type it in again, another day after school. Usually I'd have to do it every 2 or 3 days. So.
Somebody out there's mad. Birds.
Oh, out in the birds. All right.
Quail.
Okay, well, it's looking like a thing. What do you
Like a
think?
thing.
It's looking like a thing? It's like it's got a bigger
Certainly
roof.
Looks like a thing.
Hopefully it looks more than just a thing, but, it's coming along. Did you see what someone put a nose on the dodo? He says it looks like a vulture. Well, I think it looks like a dodo, but he did.
No, it's a dodo bird.
He did.
Honestly, that's a dodo bird.
He got really creative with the chiseling he did. I just tossed that thing up there, so.
And I closed the other incubator so Sage wouldn't sleep in it.
Okay. Well, I had it open so it wouldn't mold. Anyway, we are going to take a quick break. Just a health break. Very important. Every hour you should be getting up from your computer and stretching and things. I mean, I may be a computer nerd and been on computers since I was in the 6th grade or whatever. But thank you, Allie. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. And this is just 2 colors. We'll have a couple of enhancements when we put windows in and things, but it's still going to be mostly 2 colors. What am I saying? Anyway, computer nerd, been on my computers my whole life. However, I will say I do not have back problems. I do not have leg problems. I do not have issues I do not have posture issues. I don't have wrist issues from working on the computer my entire life. So take my advice. Get up every hour. Everybody watching my stream, you should be getting up and stretching if you haven't. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing. We are not playing Minecraft. Just a minute. Watch our little paw splash. We're back. Hey, what? My throat must be just a little bit raw because the lemon ginger is actually burning my throat a little bit. Kind of a bummer. Not really soothing. Although it seems to help my voice a little, it's not soothing my throat. Usually I wouldn't double up on the ginger tea and I'd add something else to it, so I probably should do that next time. Okay, enough of the soapboxing. Let's see. Let's go ahead and keep doing these little doohickey mabobs. Oh, sushi time. Yum yum. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm good for probably another half hour, so thank you, Allie. It's nice to be back. Oh, okay, now we can't turn our flight multiplier down to 0 because then we can't move. All right, now we go. Blink. Yes. Okay, and let's just do this side. Probably want to put a plank up top here, don't we? Should we... Let's see if we can make him go this way. I can't get down here. That didn't work. All right, we may have to turn those depending on if they get covered up or not. Oh no, we'll see. May want to turn them. Eventually, we'll go back and touch up the roof, do it all at once. Turn the planks to where all of the grain is facing the same direction. A couple more pieces here. Oh man, I'm thinking more and more how appreciative I am of all of that andesite Sid left. He took out the rest of this mountain too. The floaty one that we were working on over here. I don't know if there's any others. This one's not really floating. I think it's attached. And that's like his... Looked like he's praying over there. But I think I'd like to take these floaty ones out as well. Audacity says that he can do this on his own, unless we get really bored. But, you know, we got enough to do of our own. We might take this one out. And maybe we'll let him take that one out. I don't know. We'll take this one out, though. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And it doesn't clash a whole lot with the granite and maple. And I like the splash of color from the community center. Yeah, really pleased with that. Look at the roof. He used ebony for the roof. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to hit him up for some ebony because I need some for the chapel and I haven't been able to find any. Oh, that's going to be great. Okay. I'll have to ask him for that. I don't really need all of that andesite. How about giving me some ebony seeds and I'll grow some ebony? Or tell me where to get it, for sure. Okay, let me decide what we want to do next. We still have some, yeah, regular rock. Okay. Now it's all flush. Okay. All right, let's take this out. I remember what my inventory key is. Feeling a little silly. There we go. Oh, must be standing in it. There we go. Go down the tower. Give me my plank. Neat. There's some nice epic chapel music. Sweet. All right. Okay, what should we work on next? I don't know whether we want to go farther back or Do we want to build the top some? Do we want to work on the tower? Obviously, we're not ready for the inside yet. Let's get all of the outside done before we mess with the inside. We could at least put a floor down. We got a little bit of it. Well, we'd have to take some of this out, and I really don't have room. How many planks do I have? Are these horizontal placement? Yes. Who did this? Oh, probably because he was trying to get back up there. Those are full boards. Do I want to use... And I want them to point the other way. Is it possible to do that? Is it possible for us to point them this way? Oh, I don't want them to point that way. I want them to point this way. Okay, yeah, it's not going to be possible. Oh, this may throw a damper into my plans if I have to get more wood. See, now I can get those to face that way. So you said you had a tiring day too, Allie, if you are here. Maybe I need to hear about somebody else's day. Little talking about myself too much. Didn't need to do that. Not when I got people to talk to. Try to be a good listener. It's taken a while. A lot of things that happened in my life that I had to really pull back and take care of myself. I had to do a lot of protecting myself as I grew up. Didn't really have the best of childhoods. So, not really from an egotistical standpoint, but from a I don't know, emotional maturity standpoint. It's a little bit more self-centered when I was younger. So, as I've gotten older, I've learned to, I don't have to be so protective of myself. Once you can take care of yourself and you can trust, then you can expand your circles to other people. Obviously, you start with your family when you can and work your way out from there. And I like to think that I've, over the years, matured a little bit and am able to be outside of myself a lot more and listen to other people and be more interested in what other people are, are doing. But then I end up streaming, and then you stream to, or be just making videos and things. You end up talking about yourself a lot more if you don't have other people to talk to. So I'm back to that. So I need to remember when I have a community to talk to. Oh, Andy, your stuff. Yeah, I gotta remember. Make sure I'm asking how you guys are doing. How do I take the... Did he chisel those onto my... He couldn't have. There they are. Oh, they're the support beams. That's cool. So I just have to point at it in the right direction. Oh gosh, I can't get that off. Weird. Okay, are those chiseled blocks here? Yes. And I'll have to go back and get more planks. Oh no! Oh, how did that happen? Because this part isn't chiseled. So I don't know. What if I turn them? No, because this piece isn't on there. Why is it showing up then? Look, you can't see it. Is it some sort of visual glitch? That's very weird. Because there's no way that chiseled block would stick out two more. Alright. Well, they're showing up as two different blocks now. Because I turned one. Alright, we'll see if they come off when on a server reset. I think it's probably a visual glitch now. I spent a solid 3 hours the first time I discovered the chiseling feature in this game, making random, very minute decorations everywhere. I bet they're beautiful. I bet they're beautiful. Have to let me know where to find those, and I can take a look at them. Okay, let's not take off my B key. Let's see what we've got in our chest here. I have raw walnut. Look at all this stuff. And these are both chiseled different directions. I should have put those up. Darn it. Alright. Put the dry stone wall up. Oh, my kitty's destroying my kitchen. Alright. Walnut planks. Come on. Here we go. Let's finish out a bit of this the floor. Less brain power. Because I am running out of it. I don't know how far back we want to go right now, because I don't know how much of that andesite I want to take out at the moment. As we start here. And I don't know, do we want to build a little dungeon? We can leave it open and dangerous right now. And then we can challenge someone else. Hey, if you want to build a dungeon down underneath the chapel, that'd be a good place for it. There is a cave system underneath. Punkhole said that he explored it, but I don't remember if he said he'd explored it fully. This was before he didn't even have any armor made, and he went down there messing around. I know he put a few stones near, where it came out into the community center. But at some point we'll have to go down and explore. Yes, honestly, I don't remember if I don't think he remembers if he fully explored it. Kind of weird music. Let's see, will my keys work to go to the next? Nope, it won't. Let me manually go to the next song. I don't really want any happy-go-lucky music. Alright. This one starts out silent. I guess we'll find out. Getting a little quiet. I'm going to hop off since I'll probably be up real early. I'll make sure to join your stream in the future. Thank you so much, Screaming Help. It's wonderful to have you. Hey, and remember to join the Discord. Remember, the home of chicks and skirts. And lovely to see you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's going to be soon off for me as well. I'm going to finish up a little bit of the floor here. And we're just going to head back where we've built. And I may be calling it a night as well. I've got a lot of poop to shovel in the morning. Literally. Taking care of my quails. Love my quails. All right. And then I'll give heavy thought. I may ask in the Discord a little more about our challenge chat, originally from Best Laid Plans, but we may bring that section of the business over and see if we can stream a little bit to the gaming community. I think it'd be good, especially if I have a younger audience as well, if I can get them to even tune in to something like that. I think it could be beneficial. I don't like to be too full of myself there, but yeah, it's something that I try to teach my kids as well. Some things to learn about life that sometimes I don't think a lot of us learn. You know, even when I was growing up. And then just some simple motivation, I think, of being with like-minded people who love games and things, and a reminder to get out and smell the real life roses a little bit every once in a while. All right. I think I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. Looks different. I think we really did something today. Those lighting glitches. Yeah, from the chiseled pieces. Look at that. Well, I have luminous glass chemicals working in my house. So we'll be able to use that at some point too. All right, let's ogle just a little bit. Admire our hard work. As slow as it's been. Anybody sticking around for all of that? Boy, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to think that I'm helping keep somebody company at any rate. Church of the Dodo. Chapel of the Dodo. I don't know. Chapel of Mount Dodo. The Mount Dodo Church. I don't know. We'll have to think of something. Yeah, it's starting to look like a real building now. Really excited. Yep, said not a builder, so I appreciate being able to make something that looks like, well, that's identifiable, I guess. Haha. See, can we get this off of our hand? What do we got? Still have our hammer, but that's all right. Can't quite. Can we get the angle where we can see the there we go. Don't want to look. I'm looking down at my nose at everybody. We don't want to do that. Then we just get done talking about how we don't want to do that. All right. Let's see. I know we're just goofing off now, but awesome. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to have to call it a night for me and many others. Thank you, Abraxas. Yeah, I really love the colors. Really love how the colors are turning out. And we'll experiment with some windows. I'm thinking of actually making the windows luminous glass, so this kind of looks like it glows from within. And I think we can chisel with the luminous glass. I'll do a little bit of experimenting, because if we can, and I can supply the materials, if we can get someone who's a much better chiseler than I to create us a stained glass window for like the front, or like the clock. I don't know if we want to make it a bell tower or a clock tower or just a tower. We'll see. Probably a bell tower. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. The church should have a big bell, right? Anyway, thank you for joining me today. long day, short stream kind of thing. But we will do some Feed the Beast Genesis on Minecraft tomorrow night, and then we'll be back with Vintage Story on Saturday. So thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you next time. In the meantime, play hard, die often, and leave a good-looking corpse.